my post-fight review. My post-fight review for this fight we have between Unification fight between Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying? Entertaining fight. You know what I'm saying? Heavyweight fights, Unification, major implications of high drastic proportions, and damn, what the fuck? Man, this joint showing me bad connection. Let me get into this, man. Hey, Joseph Parker started off hot, you know what I'm saying? He was pumping that jab, popping that jab. He was out of range, but he was still the more aggressive fighter, you know what I'm saying? And he was throwing his right hand in there. Darius, I am King Irvin. What's happening, big man? I had to fight 7-5 Parker. I'm about to get into my scorecard in a sec. Hold tight. The man Joseph Parker, man, he kept a low guard. You know what I'm saying? He was moving his head, his reflexes, and he was using his movement. I had a prediction on this, you know what I'm saying? And I won some guap. I'm very happy today. Man, turned $268 into damn near $500. I'm happy for myself. But let's get into this, you know what I mean? The Fox Strike says controversial, question mark. Listen up. Yeah. So the man, Joseph Parker, man, I had him winning the first 2 rounds, you know what I mean? Had good reflexes. He was moving. Anthony Joshua was using his jab as well, but not landing. He was also out of distance, you know what I mean? He needed to close the distance, but he wasn't throwing his right hand. But he was throwing occasional jabs and occasional right hands towards the midsection, you know what I mean? And occasional left and right hooks, but not enough to win the first 2 rounds. Round 3, I did give it to Anthony Joshua, you know what I'm saying? But round 4 and 5, I gave those to Joseph Parker, you know what I mean? Joseph Parker, was more the volume puncher. He was throwing his combinations, you know what I'm saying? He even had Anthony Joshua on the ropes at certain points in times and was the one being more aggressive, you know what I mean? And, those were points for the man, Joseph Parker, you know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua just wasn't throwing his right hand. He wasn't looking, it looked like maybe he ain't have the power that he thought he would have, because he lost some weight, you know what I'm saying? Coming into this fight, he wasn't quite as heavy as the Takum fight, you know what I mean? And Joseph Parker, man, he was steady, not on his bicycle per se running, but he was moving, you know what I'm saying? For some reason, he kept moving towards his left. I don't know why Anthony Joshua didn't realize that and try to set up some traps to unload that right hand, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't really doing that. There was one round in between there where the man Joseph Parker caught Anthony Joshua with a counter punch. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua missed a punch and he kind of put his head down, you know what I'm saying? Moved it to the left side. And Joseph Parker caught him with the uppercut and made this man do the salsa merengue dance. Anthony Joshua, I believe it was like round 5, you know what I mean? Round 5, it was definitely before round 6. You check it. So, Anthony Joshua, man, it was looking bad for him early, you know what I'm saying? But then Anthony Joshua started to pick up some rounds. He was being the more aggressive guy in there. Looked like the man Joseph Parker was now he wasn't really throwing his punches like he was in the first half of the fight, you know what I mean? He was throwing, but not enough, and then Anthony Joshua was the more aggressive fighter in there, you know what I'm saying? But Anthony Joshua still was missing a lot of shots. That's one thing, you know what I mean? He didn't close the distance and throw them punches and turn them punches in, setting it up with the jab and throwing that right hand with conviction, you know what I'm saying? At no point in this fight, except for a left hook, I believe in the championship rounds, a left hook uppercut style like Sandy Sadler shit that caught Joseph Parker when he was retreating on his back foot off of the ropes. That was the hardest punch Joseph Parker took in this fight, you know what I mean? His left eye looked like it was a little red, you know what I'm saying? Not cut, not bleeding, you know what I'm saying? But not nothing like it was swollen, you check it. But Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker, neither guy took vicious punishment in this fight, you know what I mean? But the referee was very involved in this fight, you check it. The referee kept getting in between, and Anthony Joshua does have some kind of dirty tactics. I don't know if people have noticed this. This is probably the second or third fight I've seen when the referee tries to come into the clinch. When he's trying to separate him, he tries to throw a vicious uppercut. He did that to Vladimir Klitschko. I forgot what he did quite exactly with the man Takam, but he sure enough did it again in this fight, you know what I mean? That's one thing fellas got to realize about Anthony Joshua. There was something else. Oh, yeah, there was a point in time, man, this guy, AJ's a slick dude. You see this man? Yo, this man got the balls to, he feel like he could do what he wants. He just took off the tape off his glove, off his right hand, you know what I'm saying? And he just told the referee, like, look, my tape is off my hand. And he walked himself into the corner, you know what I'm saying? In the midst of action, you know what I mean? That was buying some time. This is not the first time, nor the second time, nor the third time I've seen him do stuff like that, you know what I mean? Regardless to say, smart veteran move from the man Anthony Joshua, you know what I mean? But the championship rounds is where I did give it to Anthony Joshua, you know what I'm saying? I thought Joseph Parker wasn't throwing enough, except round 12. I gave round 12 to Joseph Parker, and that's how I ended up having, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, drum roll. I had to fight 114, 6 rounds apiece. I had a draw, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even mad at 5. I could see it going 7-5 either way, but if I had to give anybody this fight, I didn't see this man, Anthony Joshua, winning this fight, you know what I'm saying? I had it 6 rounds apiece. Joseph Parker, man, one thing for sure, people were saying this guy's going to get sparked out in 3 rounds. You kidding me? That's how I won $250 today, you know what I'm saying? I knew this guy's going the distance. Just today, I big ups to Chris Caban. I asked him to watch these fights. I watched the Carlos Taka versus Joseph Parker, and I watched Anthony Joshua versus Joseph Parker. 2 common opponents. Can't nobody tell me that Anthony Joshua looked good in his last fight versus Joseph Parker, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, versus Taka. Neither did Joseph Parker. That's why that was a good gauge for me to see where both guys are at and where they can. And I didn't see this guy getting knocked out or getting stopped. I seen him going the distance. You know what I mean? Tough guy from New Zealand, and the guy's coming with his world title. This is his 2nd fight in England. He feels comfortable. You know what I mean? There was nothing in there that showed me that the moment was too big for the man Joseph Parker. You check it. So big ups to the man Joseph Parker. I thought he put on a hell of a fight. You know what I'm saying? The Fox Strike says I had it 8-3 and 1 round, a draw for AJ. Those are kind of like the scorecards the judges had. I thought those scorecards the judges had were atrocious. I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? If you told me 115, 113, 115, 114 for AJ, I'm not even mad at you, because a close fight, even though I had it a draw. I was on the hangout with fellas like Ben Umar Beats and all them, Naota, Chris Caban, Daniel from the Pound for Pound Boxing, and they all had it in favor of the man Joseph Parker, you know what I'm saying, except for Beats and you know what I'm saying? But everybody else had it for Joseph Parker. That's why I can't see no 118, 1 whatever. Nah, that's atrocious scorecards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Let me see what they saying in the chat. The Fox Strike says, my only problem with the fight was the ref and holding. Yeah, the ref was too involved into this fight, you know what I mean? The Fox Strike says, Parker fought timid mostly. Nah, I don't think so, man. You know, I thought the man, I didn't expect the man to stand in the pocket and try to fight him. That's suicide. You check it. I thought using his movement and that crisp jab. You know, they say he got quick hand speed. It comes from that piston-like jab, you know what I'm saying? Most of them weren't landing, but just the activity and pumping that jab and throwing his right hand were winning him rounds, you know what I'm saying? Darius I Am King says, I don't like that stunt AJ Eddie pulled in the post-fight interview. I thought he wasn't about the hype. He talked all that shit after knowing Wilder wouldn't be there. Hey, man, Darius I Am King Urban, man, you heard me say it before, dogs. Look, I ain't even really talking too much about that fight till Anthony Joshua fight Parker. Now that's out the way. There ain't nothing else to talk about right now except for undisputed. And that only involves 2 guys right now. The way Anthony Joshua looked today, he might as well take that Wilder fight now, you know what I'm saying? Because he's only going to get exposed when it comes to fighting better heavyweights, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He took out process of elimination. Now that he got Parker out of the way, what else is there to do, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to give you props if you beat up on lesser tier opponents, heavyweights, you know what I mean? Now you got to go for the gusto, and now it's all about undisputed, and that's what my channel's all about, man. Legacy. Fuck all that money shit. Fuck who gets the biggest purse split, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about legacy. I put pressure on Andre Ward and Stevenson, make that fight happen, you know what I'm saying? Andre Ward retired. In Dungo and Bud, I didn't have to say nothing. Both guys were willing participants, and they got it popping, you know what I mean? Now it's on AJ, because I know Deontay Wilder is the one who's been calling for the fight, you know what I mean? The English people, the fans and also the media, now they try to make a big deal about it. Why isn't Wilder here? What does it matter if Wilder's there? Wilder's not fighting AJ. I would have liked to see him there, but it wasn't a big deal, you know what I'm saying, if he's there or doesn't show up. You know who he is. You guys been talking about him all week. Wilder's fight was 3 weeks ago. AJ, you guys talked about Wilder more than you did Joseph Parker, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably what got this guy, AJ, and his fans gassed, and that's why he went almost life and death with this guy from New Zealand, you know what I'm saying? And Now it's all about undisputed, man. And the next videos you will see from me talking about the heavyweight division as far as AJ and Wilder, it's all about undisputed. Who wants to get it done? We ain't had one since 1999 when in the second fight between Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time coming. We need to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see what they're saying in the chat. The DFW Boxing is Back says, at the Fox Strikes, he said that after being asked 10 times, he don't want it. What's he talking about? Let me keep going on the chat. Chamiero says, AJ would box the fuck out of Wilder. What fight were you watching? You think so? You think so? Good luck with that one, man. Good luck with that prediction. The Fox Strike says Usyk versus Gassiev. That's undisputed, no question about it. I ain't gotta be. I don't have to put pressure on neither of those guys. Those guys are going in for the gusto, all 4 belts. You know what I'm saying? Darius I Am King says, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying, B Marsh. That's all I've said as well. Champs should be fighting champs, and it should always be about undisputed. But then I'm always called a hater, though. Nah, fam. If it's all about undisputed, that's where it's at, especially in the heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying? That's where that's the marquee flagship division of boxing. And now that's a fight right there that could propel both guys into superstardom, you know what I mean? And now's the time, 2018, man, at some point this year. Make that fight happen for a big fight in November, December, you know what I mean? DFW is Back says, no, Chimero says no one cared about Wilder till AJ came up. Chimero Boxing, you sound like, man, you're butthurt that your man AJ looked like poop today, man. What does Wilder have to do with tonight? We talking about AJ and the New Zealand guy, you know what I'm saying? And hey, if you're so confident about that fight, then don't talk about nobody not knowing who Wilder is. Why don't you say, now that AJ and Wilder are free, let's get this undisputed. You see, I could tell you got an ulterior motive, Chimero, and hey, I done yanked up your whole your skirt, man, because you ain't talking about nothing, man. You talking about something irrelevant. No one cared about Wilder till AJ came up. Well, we care about it now, and AJ better care about it because that's the biggest payday he'll ever make. How about that? All right, Fox Strikes Back says, DFW, boxing is back. Just saying, that's what the guy said. Heck, if Wilder's worth can be taken as gospel, why not AJ's? But hey, whenever the fight happens. Yeah, man, it's all kind of stuff in the chat, man. I'm not even up to it. Dolomite, what's happening, man? He says, Rock'em Sock'em, AJ gets his head knocked off by Wilder. Hey, man, hey, I can't disagree with you, but it could go vice versa too, you know what I mean? But I've always favored Wilder, and I'm still till this day favoring Wilder. That's 2 fights in a row that I've been unimpressed with the man, Anthony Joshua, you know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua, man, hey, man, what's going on, your boy O? He says, what's good, B Marsh? Darius I Am King says, AJ fans only talking about money. AJ fans don't ever say, yeah, let's get this undisputed fight popping. Yeah, AJ, go ahead and get Wilder's scalp right now, you know what I'm saying? To shut Wilder. They never say that. They talk about everything else except getting these 2 guys in the ring. That's why I don't even take them fellas serious. Low Culture TV, what's goody, son? How you feeling, dogs? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to my man, Low Culture TV. Good to see you in the chat, man. You check it. Primetime Boxing said, is Eddie Hearn the biggest hype promoter in boxing? He overdoes it every time. Well, hey, let him overhype it and just make the fight, and he'll make millions and millions of dollars, you know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, that's what they in the business for, you know what I mean? Ain't no use, you know, it's like somebody who, somebody who hustling, man, and they keep trying to sell keep trying to maximize profits instead of trying to sell weight, man. You know what I'm saying? And keep, you know what I mean? That's the position Eddie Hearn is in right now. You want to keep selling nicks and trays, or do you want to start selling them kilos and pounds, man? Flip them, and that's where you're going to get the big dollars from. AJ and Wilder, there ain't nothing else to it right now. It's for undisputed, all 4 belts on the line. Casuals will buy into it. Yeah? One guy, whoever wins this fight gets all 4 belts and is the only champion at heavyweight. I'm there. I'm watching it. It's easy, man. You know what I'm saying? 76 Sports Talk says it's a good fight. It was a good fight, no question. Blood Boxing, what's happening, big man? I see him in the chat. I got Wilder destroying him. No question, man. Hey, 2 fights in a row. This guy, AJ, man, hasn't looked good, or I haven't been impressed, you know what I mean? You check it. You know, this guy wasn't even really throwing his right hand. You check it. The man was just, he was being beaten with the jab from Parker then, and he got the longer reach. You know what I mean? He couldn't get past this man's jab. And, you know, he did a lot of tactics I mentioned earlier in the video, man. You could rewind the video and listen, man. But he tried to get away with a lot of stuff, man, taking the tape off his hand. You know, the man got a lot of tactics, veteran tactics. But sure enough, man, tonight I had it a draw, 6 rounds apiece. I can't wait to hear everybody else's post-fight videos. You know what I'm saying? Blood Boxer says he was moving left to right, not enough punches. Yep. Rob Gotti, what's happening, Rob Gotti? Clear victory, fam. I guess he got it for how you got it, Rob Gotti? How you got it for Anthony Joshua? How many rounds you give it to AJ? Dolomite says weak chin, bad stamina, big target, no fluidity, no confidence. AJ is perfect for Wilder. I agree with you, man. Darius I Am King says nothing wrong with OMG fan. I think he meant AJ fan, a fan of a fighter. But when you fighters start to not behave like a champion, you got to call them on it. Just like Thurman fans have called him about the Spence situation. I agree, man. And I didn't listen to AJ's post-fight, you know what I'm saying? I be watching these fights with the volume down, you know what I mean? But I seen him hype. I seen him hype on the TV like how Dillian White was last weekend. I'm hoping he was calling out the man Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, B-Marsh Boxing, I'm about to seal the deal on this live stream. I appreciate everybody coming through. The man Anthony Joshua, the man still got a lot of, he got to sharpen up his tools, man. And that's why right now, hey, if both fighters show vulnerability from Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker, make it for an even better fight, you know what I'm saying, to get it all right now in 2018. That's the next fight, you know what I mean? I wasn't pressing the issue till Anthony Joshua and Parker was over, but now there's no money talk. Don't talk to me about money. Don't talk to me about stadium. Don't talk to me about who's had the biggest payday. Just talk to me about undisputed. That's it. Undisputed legacy shit, you know what I'm saying? That's all we talking about right now, you know what I mean? B-Marsh Boxing about to seal the deal on this live stream. Big ups to everybody who came through. Blood Boxing, the Fox Strikes. Big ups to 76 Sports, Rob Gotti. Big ups to Darius I Am King. Big ups to even Low Culture TV. Good to see you back, my G. Your boy O, what's happening all the way from Compton, California? Or is it wherever you from out there on the West Coast? Big ups to you, man. Big ups to everybody. Chama Euro, come back and talk to me about Undisputed. Don't talk to me about no one cared about Wilder till AJ came out. What you was talking about? I was caring about Wilder. Wilder was a champion before him. What you talking about? B-Marsh Boxing, I'm gone. Peace.